Genesis 2, God's design for life, work, and relationships. Introduction. Genesis chapter 2 zooms in on creation, especially the creation of man and woman. If Genesis 1 was like a wide-angle camera showing the whole universe, Genesis 2 is like a close-up shot, focusing on God's relationship with humanity. This chapter teaches us about God's design for work, rest, and relationships. These are things we all deal with every single day, whether it's our job, our downtime, or our relationships, which can sometimes feel like a full-time job themselves. Let's look at 3 key lessons from Genesis 2. Lesson 1. God gave us work before the weekend. Work is God's gift. Genesis 2 verse 15 says, "The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it." Work is not a curse. It existed before sin entered the world. God gave Adam responsibility in the garden. This means your work, whatever it is, teaching, farming, coding, cooking, or parenting, is holy when done unto the Lord. Funny life example. Imagine Adam waking up on the first Monday ever. No traffic jams, no alarm clocks, no boss breathing down his neck, just him and a garden full of mangoes and papayas. That was work. Sometimes we think work is punishment, but actually, it was part of paradise. The punishment came later, when work started including weeds, sweat, and maybe even Excel spreadsheets. Takeaway, work is not just for making money. It's a way to partner with God in taking care of His world. Lesson 2. God knows what's good for us, rest and boundaries. Genesis 2 verses 2-3 says God rested on the 7th day, making it holy. He shows us that rest is not laziness. It's part of God's rhythm for life. Later in the chapter, v.16-17, God gives Adam a boundary. You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God knows what we need, both rest and healthy limits. Funny life example. Think about kids and candy. If you leave a child alone in a candy shop and say, "Eat anything you want, but don't touch that one candy in the corner," where do you think the child will run? Straight to the forbidden candy laugh. We're the same with God's boundaries. He says, "Rest," but we work ourselves to exhaustion. He says, "Don't," and we say, "But what if?" Takeaway. True freedom is not the absence of limits. It's living within God's wise design. Resting is obedience, not laziness. Lesson 3. God designed us for relationships. Genesis 2 verse 18 says, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." God created Eve, and we see the first human relationship, marriage, but the principle goes further. Humans are not meant to live in isolation. Relationships, friendship, marriage, family, church, are God's idea. Funny life example. Adam must have looked at all the animals and thought, dog is loyal, elephant is strong, monkey is funny, but none of them can laugh at my jokes. Then God made Eve, and Adam said, "At last!" Relationships bring joy, even when they bring challenges. We need others to sharpen us, balance us, and sometimes to tell us when our shirt doesn't match our shoes. Takeaway, God made us for community. We grow stronger in healthy relationships. Application. Work. See your work as service to God. Even small tasks matter when done faithfully. Rest and boundaries. Learn to stop. Rest refreshes your body, mind, and soul. Respect God's no's. They protect you. Relationships. Don't live in isolation. Invest in friendships, family, and fellowship. God works through people in our lives. Conclusion. Genesis 2 shows us a God who cares about every part of life, our work, our rest, and our relationships. He is not just a distant creator. He is a personal God who walks with us, provides for us, and places us in community. So remember, work is not a curse, it's a calling. Rest is not laziness, it's holy. Relationships are not optional, they are God's design. Let's live according to God's pattern, and we'll find life full, balanced, and joyful, just as He intended from the beginning.